I have decided I am not facing this trauma alone. I have decided I am going to share everything that will make us want to ask what the hell is going on. Because what the hell is going on, dear Kenyans, dear Africans? What is happening? What have they taught us in school? Why is this book not a national treasure? Why is this book not read by every Kenyan and every African? Why? What are they teaching us in school? World War I, World War II, kosokosos. What are those? Where? This book is making me high, and then I'm like, you know what? Wavenya, calm down. You're composed. You're a calm person. We are going to read this book together, diplomatically. No shouting, no screaming, no cursing, just reading it together. So the parts that I'll read are the parts that I want them to inject in your bloodstreams, so that everybody will look for this book and read it. Because if we don't read this book, if we don't know our history, leave alone whatever they're teaching you in school, they're subordinating our minds. This book is a must read for every African person all over the world to understand what's going on now. If you don't read this book, we will continue having capital violence, the economic war on African dignity. This violence was narrated here since 1911. Yes. To understand the enigma, Raila Amolo Odinga, you need to understand the dad. He was raised right. And because we were miseducated, me included, we never gave him a chance. Look at us. Look what is going on. You go to school, no, it doesn't matter if you go to Cambridge, Oxford, Harvard. White-collar jobs are fallacy. Our ancestor saw it, wrote about it. But what happened? Erased. Because why is this book not everywhere? It's supposed to be everywhere. Why is it not everywhere? Anyway, let me read some parts because I want to raise your pressure. We cannot continue living like this, and the blueprints are here. All the information are here. I don't want to live in a capital violent status. And I know all of you Africans, all of you Kenyans, in Africa, in diaspora, no one wants to live this. You say this bloody hell. No one wants to live like this. So, I'm gonna read. Your pressure is gonna... So, page 57. Oginga Odinga was told this. He told me outright that my brain was not actually meant to think, but to carry out orders. The students were there to salute the staff and do what they were told, but not sit in classroom learning English that will make them swollen-headed and unable to carry orders in the field. Yeah, that is one of the parts. I want to read several pages, just segments, so that you can see what is going on. Then, here in page 59, he also goes ahead and says, this European official I saw wanted to turn me into a stooge, to separate me from the people, to make me into an accomplice, to use me in any way he decided. But I had noticed that the first thing these Europeans had to do to use us was to destroy the confidence of the African in himself and which people had in us. Let me go again. I was convinced, this is page 76, I was convinced that to start the battle against white domination, we had to assert our economic independence. What are we doing? We are just borrowing, being seduced into taking more debts so that we get entrapped. Debt is a trap, dear Africans. But our leaders, what are they doing? Yeah. We had to show what we could do by our own efforts. We had it drummed into us that the whites had the brains to give orders and it was for the African to carry them out. We had to show we were capable of enterprise development in fields beyond our chambers. It was no good bridling at accusation of our inferiority. We had to prove our mettle to the government, to the whites. We, Luo, had also to assert ourselves amongst other people of Kenya. And it goes on and on and on and on. And then there's this part that really made me very furious. We applied to the government, that is page 84, for a loan, but a condition of assistance was that we should install a European director. Startups in Kenya, this era, how is it going for you? Are the startups even working for our people? Remember, whoever feeds you controls you. Whoever writes your narrative always advocates themselves as the winners. We've been belittled, we've been miseducated, we've been violated, and we've been made to think we cannot create anything. Dear African, that's a lie. A big, fat lie. And it's time we start dismantling these narratives. Because it starts here. Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Where's Ngugi wa Thiong'o's book? Here. He told us to decolonize our mind. Have we decolonized our mind? Another book, because we are now reading. And those who are not going to read, we will be reading for you. And do content to help you raise. We cannot continue living like this. There's no time. Dear African, there's no time. We want to live good lives. So let's think and grow rich because it is here. For those who are religious, I'm not a religious person. I delinked. And I love what Oginga did. The next time, tomorrow, I'm going to talk about what he says about religion. And that's why his children have African names. What are your names? What are our names? I'm not laughing because I also fell into such traps. Please, let us end this. And I'll leave you with a quote that says, out of relative obscurity, every generation must discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it. It was told to us by Frank Fanon, the author of Wretched of the Earth. Read, Africans, read. They are hiding everything in books. But read this. It's an easy read. It's just easy, and pressure is pressuring. So by clarity we rise. Join us. Join our consciousness. Read, dear African, read.
Shit,